Morning, CSI Greater Baltimore. My name is Heather Jones, and I will be leading our pre-service meditation. So I invite you to close your eyes with me. We're going to take a few deep breaths. So inhale in, exhale out, and do a long sigh. One more time, inhale in, long exhale. Another inhale, and a very long exhale. How grateful I am that we have this time to get still, to let go of everything that came before this moment. How grateful I am that in this moment, nothing is required. We are free to simply be, to simply allow the breath to breathe us, to simply relax our bodies, open our minds, and soften our hearts. And I invite you to relax, get still, allow yourself to be present here and now. So in this moment, we will just be in the silence, listening and anchoring the light, the presence, and the stillness of the divine that is right within us. There's no place to go. God is right within us, right where we are in this space, in this moment, in this time. So let us tune within and listen. all we need to do is be present with the stillness. To anchor the stillness, I invite you to continue to breathe. Do a long exhale. So now it's time to come back to the present moment. Allow yourself to become aware of where you are, become aware of the space you're in. Listen to the sounds around you. Wiggle your fingers or toes to come back to the present moment. And I speak a word of gratitude for this stillness, gratitude for the peace that is always available right where we are. I know that God is peace, God is stillness, God is the presence and the power and the truth that is always available, it is always expressing, it is always saying yes. It is the truth of our being. We are God in the flesh. We are the light of God. God in us, as us, is us. And as we recognize our oneness with God, we carry this vibration, we carry this truth in our everyday moment. So I give thanks for all that is happening in this moment. I give thanks for our awareness and our truth and our light, the awareness of our divinity and our wholeness. I give thanks for our ability to stay in God as God right now. So with gratitude, I rest in this goodness and I allow it to be right now. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you. thank you. Want to say thank you. I'm so grateful. So grateful. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Yeah, thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Oh, thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Yeah. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Gotta say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Oh, we're so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. Grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. So grateful. Thank you. So grateful. 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 So grateful. So grateful. Thank you. Say thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good, amazing, happy Sunday. Ha ha. Technology is not stopping me today. I am going to do what Deletta said, and I will breathe through this. We got this. All right. Woo, yes. So, in order to help with our new method of recording our service, we request that congregants and participants who are not speaking, performing, or interpreting, please turn their cameras off until after service. At that time, all can come on camera to fellowship and share the love. Thank you for your cooperation. Ah, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore's virtual service. I am Tracy Rhymes, your host. Our speaker today is Brother Luchan Baker III. Our musician is Deletta Gillespie. Practitioner who led the pre-service meditation is Heather Jones. Assisting with making this service open, inviting, and accessible to the deaf community are our sign language interpreters, Faith Moore and Sonya Chavis. Holding things down, working behind the scenes is Jim Lefter. On behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you all for serving today. At CSLGB, every Sunday is Invite a Friend or Family Member Sunday. Make sure you spread the love and invite someone to service. We would love to have them come and hang out with us. Yes, we would. All right. Before Heather grounds us in prayer, let me share this about her. Heather Jones has been a licensed spiritual practitioner for 15 years. She resides in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, and she currently serves as a licensed practitioner with both Centers for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore and Agape International Spiritual Center. Heather practices recognizing the divine in, through, and as all. Committed to expressing and revealing spiritual truth, Heather is a dynamic practitioner who serves as a teacher, speaker, and spiritual counselor. She is known for her sacred processes of unconditional love, where she guides her clients to deepened spiritual awareness, healing, and transformation. She is available for individual spiritual counseling, workshops, and prayer.
Thank you, Tracy. Good morning, CSL Greater Baltimore. It was a pleasure and an honor to pray. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths with me. And how grateful I am that we have this time to get still, to relax and be present right here and right now. I know that we are anchored and present in and as God. God is peace. God is infinite good, infinite possibilities for joy, abundance, creativity, thriving, delight. God is, we are. There is no separation. I am one with God, one with the presence, one with the power and the light of God. And I know that God expresses into it as each person within the sound of my voice. God is expressing itself as and through Tracy, and through and as Luchan Baker, and through and as Deletta, knowing that we are all one. I bless this service. I bless our time together. I know that this service is the best service ever, that we come together, anchoring love, anchoring light, remembering our power, remembering who and what we are, and shining this light in this space right now. So I give thanks for everything that we received today and everything that we expressed. I know that it is all good and it is all God. So with gratitude for this and so much more, I rest and I release this word into the law, knowing it is good right now. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Heather. The Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore's community honors the world's religion. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. With the lighting of these candles on the first Sunday of each month, we not only honor each person on their select path, but we also bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life-affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each path, in each practice, and in each person. In honor of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month, we honor award-winning author and journalist Helen Zia. She is the daughter of immigrants from China. She has been at the forefront of Asian American issues for decades. As a Chinese American and openly lesbian, she has been outspoken on issues ranging from human rights and peace to women's rights and countering hate, violence, and homophobia. She is featured in the Academy Award nominated documentary, Who Killed Vincent Chin? And was profiled in Bill Moyer's PBS series, Becoming American, The Chinese Experience. In 2008, Helen was a torchbearer in San Francisco for the Beijing Olympics amid great controversy. In 2010, testified for the plaintiffs in the landmark case Perry versus Schwarzenegger, which challenged California's now infamous anti-marriage equality Proposition 8. Helen received an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters from the University of San Francisco and an honorary Doctor of Laws from the City University of New York Law School from bringing important matters of law and civil rights into public view. She is a Fulbright scholar and a graduate of Princeton University's first co-educational class. She attended medical school but quit after completing 2 years, then went to work as a construction laborer, an auto worker, and a community organizer. After HelenZia.com, about which she discovered her life's work as a writer. We honor her today. All right, I have some announcements for all of you. We currently have three weekly ongoing ways to study, learn, and discuss. You can hang out on the first and third Monday nights with the Sacred Contracts Book Club, hosted by Nancy Rosenberg. Or slide on down to Wednesday night with the Science of Mind textbook exploration group facilitated by Reverend Dr. Ray. Or slide down to Thursday night with the study group facilitated by practitioner Dr. Ronnie Ellington. The discovery class is available online. Contact us at info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org or visit the website for more information on becoming a member of CSLGB. Sign up for the CSLGB newsletter, the CSLGB Facebook and Instagram pages, and get more news and information by visiting cslgreaterbaltimore.org or .com. Interested in a community camping trip? CSL GB getaway? Sue Italiano is checking to see if there is any interest. If so, send her an email to sueitaliano@gmail.com. Interested? After service today, I'm going to fix that. There will be a community camping trip. After service today, there will be a community walk at Oregon Ridge Park. For more information and or to participate, send a text to Harry at 410-236-2280. That is 410-236-2280. Send a text to Harry for that information. Now, what is the lie? Recovery from the lie of whiteness. This will be a workshop facilitated by Reverend Dr. David Alexander, May 24th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are interested in attending, go to SLCA Breeze chms.com. The cost to attend is free. All right, now we're back. The CSLGB Ministry of Education has some upcoming classes for you. Foundations of Science of Mind, facilitated by Dr. Ronnie Ellington. If you are interested in taking Foundations, contact Sue Monahan. Once 4 more people express a desire, a Saturday class will be scheduled. Conversations about race, racial literacy as a spiritual practice. Every second Wednesday of the month, 7 to 9 p.m. A year-long journey of experiencing racial literacy as a spiritual practice. As Centers for Spiritual Living holds the vision of creating a world that works for everyone, as our beacon, our spiritual work is in examining our thinking, both our personal thoughts and those passed on to us in a collective, socialized manner. The required reading is A Race is a Nice Thing to Have, a guide to being a white person or understanding the white persons in your life, by Janet E. Helms. Love offerings gratefully accepted. For more information, contact practitioner Rebecca Arena Beal from CSL Columbia at 410-340-4805 or Bella358@comcast.net. For the full class descriptions and more information, you are encouraged to visit the website cslgreaterbaltimore.org or .com. Excuse me. To find more educational opportunities in ours and other communities we are partnered with. Would you like to receive a daily text and voicemail from Reverend Dr. Ray? If so, type JOIN to 833-663-9021 to begin receiving your daily inspirations. You will be glad you did. Now, for those of you joining us for the first time, and to serve as a reminder to others. On the count of 3, we shout prayer works. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Prayer works. We, as a community, continue to treat and move our feet, knowing the truth around the planet. Prayer requests can be sent at any time, and that is anytime, to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org. And yes, sometimes I gotta laugh at myself. All right, so our musician Deletta Gillespie. She is a multidisciplinary teaching and performing artist, playwright, singer, songwriter, and recording artist. Her stage debut came in her mother's nightclub at age 6, and she's been on and around the stage ever since. Her roles back and off stage include writer, director, stage manager, and production assistant. While earning an MFA in theater arts at Towson University, Deletta discovered a passion for creating performance and programs that inspire and evoke courageous conversations and challenging issues. There is so much more Deletta is doing. Check out her website at DelettaGillespie.com. Do your thing, Deletta.
Good morning, everyone.
Let go of the shore and let
float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let go. Let go of the shore. Float into the mystery. Oh, let go of the shore and float. Just float into the mystery. Into the mystery. Release, relax, let go. Just float, float, just float, float, float into the mystery. Float.
Thank you, Deletta. I'm going to float on. All right. Okay, so now Heather will lead us in a spiritual practice.
And so I invite us once again to take a moment to let go, to be in the flow. I invite you to close your eyes and simply watch the breath. Relax your body. Let's just take again a few conscious breaths. Inhale in and do a long exhale. Inhale in and do a long exhale. One more time. Inhale. Long release. And as we get more and more relaxed, as we allow ourselves to be present in the here and now, I encourage you to simply breathe. On each inhale, think to yourself, I allow this moment to be as it is. I allow this moment to be as it is. And on your exhale, I invite you to think, I surrender to the flow. I allow the moment to be as it is. I surrender to the flow. I allow the moment to be as it is. I surrender to the flow. Continue to inhale on I allow and exhale on I surrender. I allow. I surrender. I allow. I surrender. I invite you to continue that. Inhale, I allow. Exhale, I surrender. And we'll just continue this for a few moments. Allow yourself to relax as you contemplate. I allow and I surrender. I allow and I surrender. We are safe in this moment as we allow and as we surrender. Nothing is required but to simply be, to allow the moment to be as it is and to surrender to the flow. So I encourage you to continue to allow yourself to be present in the moment, to allow the moment to be, this very moment to be as it is, and to surrender to the flow that is happening in this very moment, in this breath. So I give thanks that we have this time to be present, to listen, to float, to be carried, to be anchored in light and stillness and the flow of the divine. The divine is expression through us, as us, it is us. There's no separation, there's no lack, there's no limitations, nowhere to go to be in the flow. There's only this moment. And so I bless this moment, I bless this time, and I give thanks that we receive it, we allow it, and we surrender to it. Giving thanks for this and so much more, I allow it to be, and so it is. Amen.
And so it is. Thank you, Heather. All right, all right, all right. Our speaker today is Luchan Baker III, fondly known as Brother Luchan. He is a proud Oakland, California native. In 2004, at 23, Brother Luchan became the youngest practitioner to obtain their license, which was such an honor. Currently, he serves as the Director of Youth and Family at Oakland's Center for Spiritual Living. Brother Luchan has grown up in the science of mind philosophy, hailing from a line of science of mind ministers and practitioners. His grandmother is the Honorable Reverend Eloise Oliver, and he learned at a young age that God is all there is, a philosophy that served him well during his life. Brother Luchan has taught classes volunteered for various duties, and has consistently given sermons at churches all over California. He speaks the message of real life in a language that the youth of today can relate to. He's a former rap battle MC and now proud to be making waves as a motivational speaker. Brother Luchan, his wife, Sarah, and their 3 children spend a lot of time volunteering and working to make Oakland a great place to live. He is proud to serve in the city of San Francisco as a case manager working to remedy homelessness. He is inspired to continue to make the science of mind philosophy accessible to youth and people who need it most, bridging the gap between our elders and youth. I give you a Brother Luchan.
All right, there we go. That was quite an intro. Goodness. I was like, did I put all that in there? Wow, okay, I want to meet this brother. How is it going? Greater Baltimore CSL. Yes, indeed. Reporting live from the Bay Area, 8 a.m. in the morning over here, and I am alive and awake due to that awesome service rituals from Heather and Tracy and Deletta and all of y'all's beautiful accents. I am so overjoyed to be back here. I missed y'all so much. Thank you for having me here. Ashe. I love our philosophy, the science of mind. I love it. I love it. I love it because we literally talk about the same thing every service. We do. We talk about the same thing and we dress it up in a different title every single service. And I love it. God is all there is, period. That's it. That's our reoccurring theme every single time we open our mouths. God is all there is. Therefore, you and God are one, literally. There is no difference between you and God, and you are in the driver's seat. Ashe. So, why do we say their names? Because the universe only says yes. Therefore, every word you speak is a prayer. In the hip hop community, we have what are called MCs. Hip hop started with the DJ. Many of you who partied on the disco scene back in the 70s know this very well. Hip hop started with the DJ. Before labels came and Christopher Columbus our culture and took only what they could exploit and make money off of, MC meant master of ceremony. It also meant move the crowd. But early MCs knew that the best way to move the crowd was to do this with a dope DJ. This is why every MC knew that their job was to praise the DJ, because that was the beginning of this culture we call hip hop. We were in touch with our foundation. This was a huge responsibility. So you had to be known in order to grab the mic at the party. You had to be someone in the community. We had to know who you were and what you stood for in order to rock that mic. You couldn't just show up and think you'd be rhyming that day. We understood even then the power of our word and the power of our voice. Our community lives by a certain set of values and rules. And if you do not represent those standards, you don't get to rock the mic over here. That was the rule. This reminds me of Rakim's famous line from Microphone Fiend when he said, "Cool, because I don't get upset. I kick a hole in the speaker, pull the plug, and I jet. He's talking about how hard and frustrating it was for him to be able to grab that mic and represent the way he wanted to. They who hold the mic has the power. But see, hold on, there's a responsibility that goes with that power. There's a responsibility we must pay attention to. See, while an MC with who is an MC with no community to stand behind them? No one. You are no one as an MC without a community backing you, period. Hip hop is a language of the people and the community. And without that, you have no voice. But what you rep as an MC, what you stand for, what you speak about is also what that neighborhood, that community, that area that you represent will also be known for. If you represent peace and love and fly clothes and nice cars and pretty women and family, that's what the community you represent will be known for. However, if you represent hate, violence, destruction, and misery on that very mic, I think you get where I'm coming from. This also reminds me of a line from Blastmaster KRS-One, who we call the teacher. And as an MC, you will study verbal magic, but watch what you say because you'll attract it. Huh? This is why we say their names. What feeling does this person name invoke? In the name of that, we speak their names. Yes, words do have power, but it's the intention behind them that gives them their power. So, all I'm saying to the mumble rappers out there, it's not that we don't feel you because we're haters, but because the art of emceeing has gone astray from its roots completely. And that's how you lost us. It's even affected how we kick it nowadays. If you go to and check out Tupac Shakur's catalog, and I know we're in Baltimore right now, so we love us Tupac. He had a group called Thug Life. And off that Thug Life album and off the Above the Rim soundtrack, he had a song called Pour Out a Little Liquor. And what that song talked about is a forgotten ritual amongst homies, where before you even cracked that bottle, you acknowledged all the brothers who ain't here. Cochise and Preach did this through the entire movie if you watch Cooley High. See, we've always known the power in saying their names. We've always recognized it. We've always practiced this. But somewhere along the way, I'm guessing as soon as we were able to afford Cristal and were allowed in those very clubs that did not want us there in the beginning in the first place, we stopped honoring the homies before we cracked open the bottle, even if it was water. I'm not just talking about alcohol. Yes, sis, we're talking about libations. We are African people. Worldwide, we are God people. And we know the power of our word. This is why we say their names. For they are forever connected to us. There is only one life. We know this. We say their names for we acknowledge the impact they've made on the world and on us. And for that, we are thankful. If you love and appreciate who you are today, you say their names. For you know the impact they've made on your life is the reason why you are who you are right now in this very moment. This is why we say their names. We are all individual expressions of God. The same life, the same force, the same energy. I speak your name out of recognition of the energy you leave on me, which is forever felt. Therefore, you remain forever, and I acknowledge that. We say the name of Malcolm X, whose birthday just passed on the 19th. Our brother Malcolm, who went through so many transformations in his life. So many. From being a criminal on the street and using crime as a way to feed himself, to then going to prison and finding Islam within prison. And then, from being a Nation of Islam, he then found, he had his pilgrimage to Mecca and became a Sunni Muslim. And that was when he realized, wait a minute, I don't hate the white man. And I see everyone as my brother. I don't look at color anymore. And this man went through so many transformations and he shared that with us. These transformations were so powerful that no matter who you are, the moment you are introduced to Malcolm's life, to his philosophy, to his teachings, to any of that, you are no longer the same person anymore. Malcolm did that. Malcolm X, we speak your name, Ashe. And one of my favorite quotes from this brother is, you can't separate peace from freedom because no one can be at peace unless he has his freedom. See, what we're talking about is that one life right there. In order for me to imprison someone, I too have to be in prison. I have to be in the prison with you, make sure you're not escaping. I have to be in the prison all the time, making sure you're still there. I have to be in the prison all the time, making sure you feel bad and punish you. And what does that do to me internally? This is why we forgive. Oh yeah, we using that F word today, forgiveness. I don't like it either. But if I want to be free, I have to practice it. We honor Howard Thurman, who said, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who come alive. I remember this when I'm looking at the news and read the newspaper. One of my favorite lines from Training Day, because I'm a huge Denzel fan, is when the new recruit who wants to be a detective comes in and Denzel's character's reading the paper. And finally, Denzel tells him, listen, this is my newspaper. It's full of BS, but it's entertaining. See, we know the news picks and chooses what kind of stories it wants to tell us. We feed off drama in this society. So we've got to remember, while we're paying attention to this drama, the power of our word. These are opportunities for prayer. These are opportunities for us to speak the spiritual truth of the situation. I don't care what's going on overseas. I know the spiritual truth is there is peace and love in all of our hearts, and that's what we want. So therefore, that is what I'm recognizing in this moment. We don't got to ask what the world wants. What makes you come alive? We need people who come alive. One of our favorite sayings in this community we call hip hop is stay in your lane. That's a stay in your lane moment right there. See, I don't need to do anything else but pay attention to me and what heals me. Stay in my lane. Yes, every word is a prayer, but so is every thought. So is every emotion, so is every belief, so is every action, so is every non-action. All of it is a prayer unto the universe where the answer is always yes. See, this is the part where we take responsibility. This is the part that's not so fun, hearing that there is only one word, one life, one anything, and it is God, and there is nothing between you and this thing we call God. See, that's empowering at first. Then we get to the responsibility part. Then we get to realize that, wow, that means every single thing I see in my life is a result of every thought, every emotion, every belief, every action, every non-action that I and putting forward unto the universe. Uh-oh. So that means if I want my bank account to look differently, I get to think differently. I get to speak differently. I get to move differently. I don't get to say it's not my fault. The universe is boundless. Understand what I'm saying? I mean, literally, the universe goes on and on and on forever and ever expanding. That means that right where you are in this moment, right where you sit, you are the center of your universe and you are calling the shots. Wish is your command. You the quarterback, and you are calling the plays right now in this moment. What you see in your life is a result of your commands. Say their names. I realized that before I was aware of this truth, before I was practicing it, before I actually was using it intentionally, a lot of the things I was saying to take my own power away. See, if there was an event I wanted to go to and I couldn't afford it, I would say, oh, I can't, I'm broke. See, that's an affirmation. And the universe only says yes. So when I would say I'm broke, guess what the universe would say? Yes. Because the universe is pure love. And so whatever we speak on is whatever we see more of. Oh, you're broke. You want to be broke. Okay, well, let me show you more clues that you are broke. I learned to then say, I am watching my funds. Because I am. I mean, Warren Buffett watches his funds. Shouldn't I be watching mine? Let us pay attention to the words we use. Let us pay attention to what we are saying regularly. It affects us. It touches our soul, the words we speak. There is no you and God. There is only God. Period. There is only God. This is why I love this philosophy, y'all. Because we talk about the same exact thing all the time. And that's how abundant this thing we call God is, even though it is the same topic every single time. We can dress it up in all kinds of different ways. I've been playing this analogy out since I've been using it, but it is the truth. It makes me think of Where's Waldo? If you were 80s baby like me, you remember Where's Waldo. All of y'all do. Yes, you do. And the theme of Where's Waldo was every page you turn, you have the same assignment to find Waldo. But on that page, there are many different distractions. These illustrations are really fun and goofy and, oh, they're really good. And, oh, look at that over there. And, oh, look at that. You will forget that you have an assignment, which is to find Waldo. We have different pages in our life that we are turning regularly. It may look like an illness in the body. It may look like a job or career that no longer serves you. It may look like a relationship that was supposed to have been over a long time ago. It may look like so many different things, but what we get to do is say, you don't fool me, God. There you are right there. We've been playing a game of Where's Waldo with God since we have taken our first breath. This is why we say their name. Because we know the power of our word. This is why we say it. I salute the elders. Always will. That's the community I come from. Those are the values I live by. However, let me just remind the elders that this one thing that sometimes we do not get along in. I'm talking about the hip hop community and our elders of the N-word. See, that was meant as a way for us to take our power back. Okay, you're saying this to me regardless. You're saying this regardless of whether I get me a Harvard education or I go to the penitentiary. So why don't, since I know that this is the word that we're going to be called regardless, how about I take my power back from the word and I speak it as something positive? That means peace, my brother, when I see my brother. It's saying, yes, brother, me too. The N word and the community saying it was the original me too, saying, yes, they calling me that too, my brother. Now, out of respect for the elders, yes, I've always known we don't ever use this word around elders. That's out of pocket. But I want some understanding that this is us claiming our power again. See, I, as a man, would never, ever look at a gang of women calling each other B word and saying, oh, well, y'all say it. Why can't I say it? Because you're not a man. That's why. And you are not oppressed by that word the way they are. That's why they get to say it and I don't. Let us not forget that there was one time where we did not like being called black. Oh, black was offensive. Black was, what did you just call me? Black was, let's go outside right now. How dare you call me that? And there was one man, one soulful man who made a song for us, where he told us, where he invoked the spirit in us, where he made an affirmation and said, I am black and I'm proud. Oh yeah, he said, say it loud first though. We salute you, James Brown. Now we understand why he did not ask for one dime from hip hop, but we sampled him until there was nothing else to borrow from anymore. I understand now. He was passing the torch. He was saying, and so it is. And for that, we speak your name, brother. Ashe. This is the power of our word. Yes, words do have power, but they have the power that we give them. See, if we wanted to, we could still be called colored right now. We could still be that. But we accepted Brother James's message. So therefore, we say it loud that we are black and we are proud. And now, look at how the world is changing. Look at how we're embracing the fact that, wait a minute, what is this thing called gender? If I don't identify with that, why do I have to participate? And all of us have looked at ourselves and said, wait a minute, we might be onto something. We are human beings. That's what we are. We are God beings in the flesh. We are individual expressions of this magnificent thing called God. And getting in touch with that will affect this entire planet. You can't do anything to the earth that's not going to affect you because you are of the earth. There is no separation. And this is why we say their names. Let's remember that the words we speak out have a ripple effect. And just like you throw a pebble into the pond, it ripples back to you as well. Do not think for 1 minute that between you and another person, there is not that energy that creates a ripple effect. I realize now why after an argument, I physically do not feel well, because there is no separation. What I'm saying to you affects me too. We are all connected. One thing I love so much about Greater Baltimore is the diversity. I see so many different faces of God in this community, and it is beautiful. It is intoxicating. It's just, oh, wow. I feel like I'm from Baltimore too. It's not just the crab cakes over there that are a good thing going. Let me tell you that. This is why we say their names. Our conclusion and call to action. Today, I commit to honoring those whose shoulders I stand. I commit to honoring those who are my ancestors, be they family, spiritual tradition, community, or another form of legacy. This includes those who have been made to be early ancestors. Their names and their lives impact my life as well, and I honor them. I commit to taking the necessary action in my personal life my spiritual community, and the community where I rise up and demonstrate a new level of presence and creative action that ripples out from where I am and what I do. Ashe. And because we're talking about saying their names, because we are talking about the power of our word, right where you are, I want you to just think about the many ancestors who have touched our lives. I want you to think about the people whose spirit inspires you to be better, the people whose spirit inspires you right now. I want you to say their names, and let's just speak it as I pour libations. I'll be saying Ashe. I want you to speak their names right now. Patrick Johnson, Constance Martin, Waleed Muhammad, Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, DMX, Ashe. I hear you. Keep on saying it. I hear you. Go ahead. Ashe. Say their names. Ashe. Ashe. And to those we may have forgotten, we know that as our heart beats, you are not forgotten. And your name lives on for this thing we call God connects all of us. And we say your name in spirit. Ashe. Greater Baltimore CSL, thank you for welcoming me back. Thank you for allowing me back home and bringing me back to this village that I know I'm a part of, for I know this is my tribe, and I thank you. And so right now in this moment, I know there is only one life, one heartbeat, one mind, one breath, one energy, one everything. It is known by many names, and we know it is God. And so I speak my word right now, knowing my word is power, knowing the universe only says yes, and my word is law. I speak my word for all of us, knowing that we are aware of our God self, and we put our God self forward right in the now where our power always is. I speak and I allow this to be, that we allow our greatness, which is God, to be put forward, and we speak our word intentionally, changing the environment around us. We speak love, we speak happiness, we speak prosperity, we speak understanding, we speak compassion, we speak these things and so many more, because God is just that abundant. And I am truly thankful for this truth. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, for revealing to us our greatness and our God self. And so I release this in the hands of God, where the answer is yes. I release this knowing God has got it. I release this taking away all concerns, questions, or anything else, for I know that God is undefeated and has never failed me. I let it be. Amen. Ashe. And so it is.
And we breathe that in. What a word, what a word, what a word. That's all I have right now. I got to take all that in. That was a lot to take in. You already started on my toes when you started with the forgiveness part, then you moved to everything else. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Brother Luchan. Ooh. All right. So I guess we're going to finish service, even though that's the amen and the ashe. So, all right. Take a breath, Tracy. Now, Deletta will return with another selection.
Do you see me? I'm sorry, I'm going to start that over. Do you see me? Do you really see me? Do you hear me? And tell me what you feel. More than a color, a gender or another. I'm not a number, and there's nothing to prove to you. With individualized expressions manifest from one impression, all here at the same time. We're beings of vibration, born of divine perfection, destined to shine by design. We're individualized expressions manifest from one impression, all here at the same time. We're beings of vibration, born of divine perfection, destined to shine by design. Beyond a label or an urban fable, join me at my table, yeah. And let me share my stories with you. Don't be blinded, don't be misguided. Stand in alignment, yeah. And let love bloom, let love bloom. 'Cause we are individualized expressions, manifest from one impression, all here at the same time. We are beings of vibration, born of divine perfection, destined to shine by design. We are individualized expressions, manifest from one impression, all here at the same time. We are beings of vibration, born of divine perfection, destined to shine by design.
Oh, thank you, Deletta. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right, this is the time of service. We are reminded that practicing the law of circulation is one way we support our center. It supports where we are spiritually fed, which we got some food today. It supports not only the spiritual aspects, but it supports the nuts and bolts and daily workings. So we can pay rent, care for the soon to be new building, the new home for CSLGB. That's right. And keep the lights on. And knowing that what we give, we receive. The CSLGB Practitioner Corps, as the spiritual leaders of this community, after pledging $5,000 to the expansion of CSLGB and successfully, that's right, demonstrating more than $5,000 from June to December of 2020, has once again stepped up to pledge to collectively as a core give $25,000 in 2021. Y'all go. And that's going to the expansion of CSLGB. This is in addition to their regular individual monthly tithes. As of, and I want to make sure I say the correct date, May 16th, they have pledged $2,625. Woo, woo, go practitioners. All right, the community also, there we go, is being asked to join in the consciousness. The practitioners are stepped in by matching the pledge of $25,000. As of May 4th, The community has pledged $600, and that is growing. We know that. And so it is. All right. So, how do we tithe, offer, donate? You have several ways to do so via PayPal, text messaging, and postal mail. If there is a certain place within CSLGB that you want your tithes and offerings to go, for example, the new building fund, emergency care, you can also donate that in PayPal in the notes section, on your check in the memo section, and for text, see Sue, and she will let you know, or you can trust, come on now, that the board, as excellent stewards, will determine where circulation is best and most appropriately used. For information, go to cslgreaterbaltimore.org/giving. All right, so together as a community, let us declare our financial wealth and abundance. I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. And we breathe that in. Ah, what a blessing. Now, it is at this time that Reverend Ray normally reminds all of you that I said this, but since it's me, I'm going to remind all of you, I'm so special, that you are awesome and amazing. And don't you forget it. You are awesome and amazing. So whatever you do today, go out and spread that awesome and amazingness. That's it. All right. So if you would like the practitioner on duty to pray with you, please enter prayer in the chat and remain online. You will be placed in a breakout room with Heather. Now, we will now close out service with the benediction. Recognizing God, love, source, spirit, the universe, the I am, the breath is all there is. So in gratitude, I know that I am one with this awesome presence. And being that that is the truth for me, I know it is the truth for everyone, because all there is God. In this moment, in this breath, I declare that every word that was spoken, every lyric sung, every note played, and every emotion felt moves us closer to our next step, our next level of greatness. That we are inspired and encouraged by our experience today. So much that we cannot hold it in. That we release and allow our light to shine brighter than ever before. I am filled and tickled with gratitude, knowing that the law has already said yes. So I release this treatment into the law, knowing that it is already done. It is so, and so it is. Amen, Ashe, Aho. Thank you all for attending service and participating with us today. Peace and blessings.